Today is the start of a new quarter, a new month, a new week, and obviously a new day. So is it a perfect storm? I think it's a great opportunity to do one of those things that I like to periodically do. So let's talk about it. Not only is it a start of all those new things, but it's actually the start of a new phase in my workout programs. So it kind of got me thinking about it's the end of a previous time frame and kind of the start of a new time frame or a new period, if you will. And one of those things that I like to do is do a self-reflection. Think back to the things that you've accomplished. Think back to the goals or the things that you wanted to try and accomplish, and maybe some of those things that you didn't take care of or that you didn't accomplish. It's just a great opportunity to really think back and see how far you've come, and then to also kind of realign your goals, set out those steps that you need to keep moving forward. So as I'm in the gym this morning, and it felt good to get back into the gym, and I was reflecting on my fitness goals. And as I weighed myself, I saw, oh man, I gained like 4 pounds over the weekend. Now, I don't put too much stock into my actual weight because I'm not in a phase where I'm trying to lose weight necessarily. I'm just trying to stay within this range, right? And it's a weird thing because my workout over the weekend, it took me a while and I burned like over 800 calories. And so I thought, well, I'm still going to eat decently, but I'm not going to be so focused on the macros and this and that because I haven't been tracking my macros recently. So I was going to be cognizant of that, but I wasn't going to worry too much about it. And we had that family dinner yesterday. So I was reflecting all that and I was like, oh, wait, I gained a little bit of pounds. I'm still within that range that I want to be, but maybe I should jump back into tracking my macros just to kind of see where I'm at, And so it's those little reflections that we can do, those little thought exercises that we can do that can really go a long way for setting our future up, for setting up ourselves for tackling the next stage. And I think that's truly, truly important. And one of those things that I was actually reflecting on this morning was the fact that how good it felt to be back into the gym. Now, that's a weird feeling to have because I only took one day off. It was my off day. So the combination of it being the end of a period and the start of a new period, and then, taking that day off yesterday really kind of got me feeling that way. It got me feeling like, man, it feels good to be back into it. I was able to get my rest and hang out with the family and all that stuff. And so if you've been following along, you'll notice that I didn't post yesterday. If you haven't been following along, this is the first time you're here, then that's fine too. I'm on this 30-day challenge where I'm trying to shoot and post a video every single day for 30 days. And I didn't do that yesterday. And so it really did. It felt good to be back into the swing of things. And it's the combination of those thoughts. And yesterday while I was in this off day, I have those feelings of, oh, am I not doing myself justice? Am I not living up to what I said that I would do? And no, I didn't, because I did not post yesterday. I didn't do a video yesterday. And really, in all reality, it wasn't so much of an off day. It was from a couple things. I wasn't in the gym. I did not post the video, like I said. But there's good reason for it. And that was because we had a family dinner planned. We had some family coming over. We had a lot of preparations. I was smoking a ham. Wife was doing stuff, and we were just, there to spend time with the family. As I'm going through this day, I've still got those thoughts in my mind of, oh man, am I doing this justice? Am I letting myself down? Am I letting viewers down? I just have those feelings of, oh, I need to grind. I need to work this out. I need to do it. And along with that, I saw this quote from Alex Hormozy, and I'm going to read it here. It says, "You don't need a self-care day. You need to stop acting like sacrificing for your goals is something you need to take a break from." And, that kind of fed into that whole thought of me, the inadequacy, like I'm not doing what I said that I would do. Now, there's something to be said about just grinding it out, about not taking a break, about not slowing down and all that. And that's all fine and well. But the other thing that I am a firm believer of is you can't compare yourself to other people's today. You've got to compare yourself to what you were yesterday. And that's a part of this whole reflection, and the start of these new time periods is this reflection of where we've been and how far we've come. And yesterday was a day that I needed to spend with the family. And I also am a strong believer in the fact that because we shouldn't compare ourselves to other people. Just because somebody else is grinding 100% of the time doesn't mean that it always works for us, right? Now, I will say though, you can't make that break consecutive. You can't make it a long-term break. Like if you need a quick day or, whatever to kind of realign and recalibrate yourself, then take it 100%. But you can't make them consistent, right? You've got to not stop, not give up. You've got to keep working towards that. No, I didn't do a video. No, I wasn't in the gym, but it doesn't mean that I stopped, that I took a break. I took a quick pause, right? That's how I see my yesterday. And maybe it's just how I'm rationalizing it. I don't know. You can tell me down in the comments. Did I take a break? Did I give up? Did I quit?
We were on a break!
And the reason why I didn't is because even though I was taking that time to kind of recalibrate, spend time with the family and all that stuff, it was something that was needed for me. And in fact, when I woke up this morning, I felt rejuvenated, partly because I did take that day and that time. But the other part was, I got a little bit extra sleep. I got a little bit extra rest. And yesterday, I wasn't just sitting around being stagnant. I wasn't just being a blob. Now, I will be honest, though. There was a couple quick times when I just sat and hung out for a minute. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So in those times when I was just sitting and being still, I wasn't taking physical action, if you will, but I was doing thought action. I don't know if that's even really a term, but I was thinking about the steps that I can take and that what I would do in the future once I, jump back in the following day. I was planning things for the next week. I was in thought process, and sometimes that is needed. So I spent time doing that thought process, that thinking, that critical thinking about what I needed to do or what I was going to do. So in my mind, I definitely wasn't just taking a break. And here's the thing is, I didn't feel like I needed to take a break. It was just something that happened because of the circumstances. Like I said, family was coming over. I had things that I needed to take care of, other places that I had obligations. So to wrap that all up, you can take a break. Sometimes it's needed, or sometimes a pause is needed. Just don't let it last for a long period of time, right? Don't make it consecutive, because that's when you really get into that habit and you go kind of on that downward spiral. So another thing that I was reflecting on this morning was that quote, the best time to plant a tree was yesterday and the next best was today. And what I mean by that is I wish that I would have started this journey sooner. I wish that I would have done it way back when I first was thinking about doing this, and posting on YouTube and creating content or just talking on camera, whatever it is. And so I wish I would have started sooner, but at the same time, I am excited and happy that I did start when I did. So I'd encourage you, if you've been thinking about doing something, start it today. Don't put it off any longer, because then when you do have these moments of reflection, whether they be spontaneous or they're scheduled, I'm telling you from experience, it's a lot better to be thinking about things that you either made mistakes on or ways that you can improve, rather than just thinking about, well, I haven't started yet. Start it today. Whatever that thing is, start it today. So now going back into the whole discussion about the start of all these new time periods, it's a good time. It's just a perfect opportunity for this self-reflection, for this time to look back on those things. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go back, and when I do my meeting with myself this morning, is I'm going to start looking at my goals. Okay, what did I accomplish? What are the things that I did to accomplish those? And where are the things that I fell short and where I can improve? And that's the true reflection that we need to do from time to time. And because it's the start of a new week, I've got my weekly meeting with myself, and I'm going to start reflecting on my goals for myself personally, but also the goals I have for my family and the things that we want to accomplish. And I'm going to kind of look at those and see what we've done well, what we haven't, and realign them and work towards achieving them. And then along with that, this week, I will take this week to really reflect, because that meeting is only, 10 minutes, if you will, 10, 15 minutes. And that's not enough time, in my opinion, to really kind of realign those. And the family's not home, so I can't talk to them about them. And so throughout this week, I'm going to kind of look at what the next quarter looks like. So now if I can wrap this all up and bring it back full circle, it's the start of all these new periods. And I think it's a great opportunity for at least me to sit down and kind of rethink all these things. It's a great opportunity for me to reflect and realign. So that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm thinking about this morning. And that's the plan as we move forward. And the other thing that I was thinking about too is, just making sure I get back on track with this 30-day challenge. I've gotten some great feedback from all of you that have been following along and been listening and watching, and I really do appreciate that from you guys. Thank you so much. So I challenge you to do the same. Take this opportunity to kind of sit back and think about your goals, the things you want to accomplish, and what you can realign to make sure that you're achieving those. I really appreciate you being here and listening to me. And if you follow along this far and you found value in this, please consider subscribing. It would really mean a lot to me. If you think that somebody else would benefit from this video or from this content, please share it with them. As always, make the day great. Make the day yours. We'll catch you next time. See ya.